channel. My name's Colleen.
And my name is Lucy.
Today we're going to be doing a review of lots of eyeshadow palettes, including the Jaclyn Hill palette
and the Huda Beauty Desert Dusk palette.
Let's jump into the video. This is Emma. She will be our special guest, and she's going to help us review all of our palettes. First, we're going to be reviewing the Too Faced Chocolate Bar palette.
And the Too Faced Peach palette.
This one has lots of browns and whites, and they blend out very well, so you can swatch it, and then it just blends out super easily with your finger, and it's really good.
These are perfect for fall and winter colors because they're very dark, so it'll look very classy.
And next, we will be showing you the peach palette, as you can see, and there's a lot of pinks and kind of warmish, lighter colors, like more natural, and like these pinks, like as you can see, blend out really good.
All Too Faced eyeshadows do blend out very nicely.
And they have a scent to it, so this one smells like peaches.
And this one smells like Emma's turn.
These are more for like summer and spring because, like she said, there's a lot of pinks in there. So like if you just want to go out like on the day on the beach, and this color would be really nice, and those colors, very classy.
And the plus, they smell like peaches. Okay, so now we're gonna give them our final rating. For the Too Faced Chocolate Bar palette, I'll give it a 6 out of 10 because I don't wear dark colors and I don't like it that much. I'd say it would be good for somebody Lucy's color of skin or darker, or maybe even Emma's, but I'm super pale, so I'm gonna give it a 6 out of 10.
And my final review for this Too Faced Peach palette would have to be more like an 8 out of 10. Like, the pigment's not really there, but there's still like a little bit of pigment, and like it's kind of medium pigment. But they're honestly really pretty colors. They're more of a light natural color, so it'd be good for Colleen. And even if like someone dark as me, like it'd still like look pretty because there's darker colors in these too.
Eyeshadow palettes. This is actually both a cheek and eyeshadow palette, and this is called Goddess Glam, and I think this really brings out your cheeks very well, and I love this color. Very classy and high school look.
Okay, next we're going to be doing the Tartelette Toasted palette, and this one is really, really, really good if you want a red look. It is so beautiful, and the pigment is definitely there. Like, it is so good. I just barely touched it, and it's so good. And they blend out really easily. There's a lot of transition shades. You can do a lot of different looks with this palette. So, I really like it.
And I will be showing you the Tartelette In Bloom palette. Honestly, this is one of my favorite palettes. I've been using this palette like forever now. And honestly, like if you want like it's more natural, but it also has browns and pinks in it. It's like a mix of colors. But they go... They go well with each other. Like they all like are really pretty. Like honestly, this glitter color, this gold glitter, it's just the pigment's awesome.
This next palette is called Make Believe in Yourself, and as you can see, it's really, really shimmery and glittery. And I personally don't care for that, but these three colors right here, I do care for because they're very subtle and they're a very calm and relaxed look. I like this palette. So personally, if I had to rate Goddess Glam, I'd at least give it a 9 out of a 10 because I absolutely love the cheek colors and the eyeshadow colors. So overall, I give it a 9.
Okay, for the Tartelette Toasted palette, I would seriously give this palette a 10 out of 10. It's so good. I swatched a couple of them, and do you see the pigment? It is so good. Like, this palette is seriously for so many people. Anybody can use this palette, and it's so easy to use.
So for the Tartelette In Bloom palette, I give it a 9 out of 10. Like some of the colors don't have that big of a pigment, but honestly, the pigment is there. Like, look at those pigments. One swatch, baby.
Okay. So the Make Believe in Yourself palette, like I said, I don't really care for it, yet it's Got this highlight color in here, which I absolutely adore, and I love the top 3 colors, so I'd probably give it at least a 7 out of 10. And as you can see, I have some on my wrist. Can you see it? Yeah, you can. One swipe. Get you all those colors. Awesome pigment. Awesome.
Next, we will be reviewing the Urban Decay Naked palettes. And first, I will be showing you the Naked 2 palettes. As you can see, they're more of a kind of browns, but there's some silvers in there. So it kind of goes to like natural colors to darker. And honestly, this is like just, they have so many different shades in this palette, and they all like blend out evenly, and it's so pretty.
Okay, next I will review the Urban Decay Naked 3 palette. This palette is so pretty. It has a bunch of pink shades, and I honestly love it. It's so good. I usually wear a lot of pinks. Lucy tells me I look best in pinks, so I have to listen to her. And all of these Urban Decay palettes come with a nice brush. We don't have any of the brushes with us, but they all come with a nice brush, and these shades are very nice. The darkest one even works for people like as light as me, so it's a good palette.
Are you calm, relaxed, subtle? The Naked Urban Decay Smoky palette sure as heck isn't for you. As you can see, they're all very, very dark colors. You might be able to pull off that one, but I doubt it. But as you can see, this one's probably my favorite color, the Armor one, and the Smolder, because they're very dark colors, and I like dark colors. So, and as you can see, the packaging is really, really nice. Like, you can even see through the bottom here how cool it is. That's why I love this palette.
All Urban Decay palettes are very heavy, and they feel luxurious, and they're pretty hard. So if you're traveling, these are definitely good to go in your suitcase because they will not break. The end.
Next, I will be rating the Naked 2 palette. And so I did the swatches. As you can see, I think this palette's a hit or miss. Like, the shimmers have good pigment, but the mattes kind of have like, it's not as good pigment. But I mean, it's whatever. So I kind of give this palette a 7 out of 10.
Okay, for the Naked 3 palette, honestly, I really like looking at it. It looks so good. But whenever I did these swatches, like, can you see that? These first 5 are awful, and I had to swatch probably 3 times to get what you see. And some of them you still can't see very much. So, but as you would move down, the swatches would get better. So if you are more attracted to the back half of this palette, it's better. But if you're more attracted to the front half of it like I was, it's not as good, and it's probably not worth it. But overall, I'd probably give it a 6.5. Because it's not bad, it's just you have to work hard for your pigment. So that's what I think for the Naked 3 palette.
So the next one I'll be rating is the Naked Urban Decay Smoky palette. And this palette I would probably rate a 5 or a 6 just because the pigment is awful. As you can see on my arm, that took about 6 or 7 swatches a piece.
You still can't see it.
And you still can't see it. So it's kind of a hit or miss palette. So if you're into the working hard for what you want to look like, this is your palette.
And it's a really pretty, like the outside, the packaging.
They're very pretty.
The packaging is so pretty too. So if you're a packaging person and you kind of buy stuff because
there's
of the
that
packaging,
Armor one I was talking about earlier.
it's really nice. Okay, next I'll be reviewing the Sephora palette. It has 8 colors in it and this cute little fox. This palette is only $10, so I honestly, I don't know if the shades are any good. I know the black is pretty good, so I don't know. It's not a lot, but you're not paying a lot, so I guess you get what you pay for with this palette. Okay.
Okay, So the palette I'll be reviewing and going over is the Nude Tude palette. Sassy, snobby, standoffish, stubborn, selfish, sultry, seductive, sophisticated, sexy, silly, sleek, and serious. If you're any of those, I recommend this palette.
Okay. Lucy?
Okay, and I will be showing you the Shade and Light Glimmer Eye Contour Palette by Kat Von D. Gotta love her.
Whoop whoop.
Okay, and honestly, the packaging is gorgeous. And look, you have your three, like these shades are bigger, and you have 9 smaller ones. I didn't know how many there were. So,
Watch her.
there's 12 all colors in there. So these are more like natural colors, like you have your base, your crease, your lid, everything else. And these are all shimmers. But like you have like more shimmery ones than less. And this black one is gorgeous.
Me and Lucy were looking at this palette earlier, and it says it's an eye contour palette, and we were really confused. We don't know how to contour your eyes.
I guess this is the contour colors.
Yes, so if you do know how to contour your eyes, I guess this is the palette you need, but we don't know how.
Maybe I will learn one day.
Maybe, and then we'll be able to do how to contour your eyes.
I contour my eyelids. So, as someone who does, I know what I'm doing.
Okay, so maybe this would be a good palette for Emma to have if she knows how. Okay, for the Sephora palette, I'll give it a rating. Whenever I did swatch these colors, these 3 colors did not show up very well, and I had to rub pretty hard to get them, and I felt bad because this is not my palette. It is Lucy's, but it is only $10, so I guess you really get what you pay for. The darker colors, however, swatched really nicely. The black one was a little streaky, but it's okay. I don't know how many people use straight up black on their eyes every day, so it shouldn't be that big of a deal. So for this palette, for what you pay for it, I'm gonna give it like an 8 out of 10.
You swatchers?
Hey, I didn't see there. I swatched them. You see here?
You don't swatch that.
They don't show up. However, I do like the sexy one and the. If I had to review this palette, I'd at least give it an 8 out of 10 because I absolutely love the colors, especially the stubborn and the standoffish. Those 2 pink right there. Absolutely love them. So overall, 8 out of 10.
Okay, my review on the Shade and Light Glimmer Eye Contour Palette. I swatched these, and man, those glitter eyeshadows had awesome pigment. But as you can see, the 3 like base natural colors, they didn't have as much pigment, but they are so smooth and they blend out good. So it's perfect. I rate it 10 out of 10. I wish I knew how to contour my eyes, but you know.
I'm going over. I'll teach you.
Okay. Thank
Stop.
you.
Stop.
As you can see, Colleen has left, and Emily has taken her spot, and she's putting on some lipstick right now. Lip gloss, actually. Oh, that's a good color.
Bare Minerals.
Bare Minerals. And anyway, I'm going to be introducing the Violet Voss palette, and I'm actually wearing the ones on my eyelids right now. I'm wearing Bat My Eyes, Cool Beans, and I think even How You Doing. So, if you like this color, it'll definitely work for you.
Okay, and so I'll be showing you the Huda Beauty Desert Dusk palette, and the packaging is gorgeous. Look at these awesome eyes on here. I wish I could do my eyeshadow like that. And I'm also wearing these colors on my eyes. I'm wearing Twilight, Eden, and some other ones. And honestly, Twilight is shiny. I don't know, like, it's just pretty. This palette and the Violet Voss palette kind of looks alike. They have like more of the pink colors, but this one's more crazier. Not crazier, but like more outgoing.
Definitely.
Mine's a
party.
But I
palette.
love both of these palettes, and honestly, they are perfect. Okay, first I will be reviewing the Huda Beauty Desert Dusk palette. And as I swatch these, as you can see, I'm pretty sure there are 20 colors in this palette. Actually, 24 colors. There we go. The shimmers went out good. Like the pigment was good on the shimmers. This really dark purple. Amethyst right there. This bright purple. That was the only color that kind of was a hit or miss. Like the pigment was kind of off. But I also want to talk about this Cosmo palette. This shimmery, as you can see, it's like it's all glitter. It's just packed glitter, and I'm pretty sure you just need some glitter glue. But it's a pretty color. It's just kind of crazy. But it has no fallout, so good deal. And I love this palette. It's my favorite palette.
So back to the Violet Voss palette, I'll definitely give it a 10 out of 10 because it's all the colors I usually wear. There's some dark ones, there's some light ones, there's even some pink ones in there because I absolutely love glitter, shimmer, and the dark colors. And I actually swatched some, and those two are the ones I'm wearing as well as that one. So overall, I really love this palette.
Okay, next we're going to be reviewing the Jaclyn Morphe palette.
And the 35OS Shimmer palette.
Okay, so the Jaclyn palette is really nice. This is the one from her first launch. So it has different packaging than some other ones. Like this is Emily's older sister Olivia's palette. And mine has a different packaging because I got it after the first launch.
How's it different?
Mine is more like sleek, and this one feels more like kind of like cardboard paper. It still feels nice, like it's still really, really nice, but mine's just a little different.
But this is the real one.
Mine's the real one as well. Anyway, there's a lot of really good shades in here, and it's so nicely priced. I'm pretty sure it's only $35. So it's super nice. It's $38. It's super nice, and I love like all of these colors. I don't really use these colors in it because those are a little too crazy for me, but I really like it.
Okay.
I heard you.
So next is the 35OS palette, shimmer, and honestly, there's not one color I hate in this palette. This one just kind of, I mean, it's still pretty, but it's something I would not wear. But I love this palette, and I feel like the pigment is perfect. Like, look at that. That's one star. But that's awesome. So, and these are more of like warm and natural colors. There's some browns, and then it goes into pink. So, yep. So, that's it.
Okay, on Emily's arms we swatched we're pretty sure we got all of the colors. In the Jaclyn palette, we started in the first row here and went this way on Emily's arms. And we had to end up over there. There's 35 shades in this palette.
Okay, and I did 35OS palette, and the pigment was there, and there's tons of pigment. Like, look at this. I didn't use all of them, but there's a lot of them there. And as you can see, the shimmers, well, they're all shimmers, the pigment's awesome. Especially this one right here. This is one of the softest colors. This kind of darkish maroon color.
Okay, for the Jaclyn palette, I give it a 10 out of 10. I really like this palette.
And I give this a 10 out of 10. And it's cheap. Like, these palettes are cheap and it's good quality, so.
Now,
okay, thanks for watching our video. Now we're all going to say which palette was our favorite out of all of the palettes that we reviewed. And Emma's going to start.
so my favorite palette is the Naked Urban Decay Smoky Eyeshadow palette because, like I said, I love the dark colors.
Okay, my favorite is the Jaclyn times Morphe palette. And the reason it's my favorite is because all of like the top 3 rows are just so pretty and they're colors that I use all the time.
My favorite is the Too Faced Sweet Peach palette. And my reasoning would be because I just love the smell of it. I mean, I'm not a big makeup person, but when I put this close to my face, I just want to eat it.
Okay, and my favorite palette is the Huda Beauty Desert Dusk palette, and this screams my name. Go
Okay. Okay. Thanks for watching our video.
And please subscribe.
I hope you liked it.
And thank you, Olivia Clowers, for
And-
donating your palettes.
And Ava Clowers for videoing our video.
Videoing our video. I like.
And thank you for our guest honors, Emma and Emily.
Yes.
Woo! Please subscribe.